Right.
The market crashed. They jumped off the building. The market went back up after they hit the floor.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah.
just couldn't take it mentally. How they felt at the moment. That's just a low point. It's gonna go back up, bro. Just relax. Like you gotta work your way through it. Like you said, the guy that didn't have anything, he works at the pizza shop. Why? I need income now. I know I'm not gonna stay at the pizza shop, but if I have to deliver this pizza, I'll deliver this pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And there's things even in Jay-Z's work. He'll say, "Place me anywhere on God's green earth,
I triple my worth.
I triple my worth," and that's real hustler mentality. Like that's the saying when you come out of the from nothing, you're gonna be like, "What?
Yeah.
All right, relax. I'll make it happen." Because no matter
Well,
what,
and that song you're talking about doubles back to what you were saying when artists moved into clothing, because
right.
he also says, he says basically, say that Hove would have sold clothing, never in my lifetime, wasn't in my right mind.
Yeah,
Talking
yeah.
about the expectations when he was a kid, what people would allow, and then what you all have allowed. So that's another thing I want to ask you about in the book when you talk about, you mentioned earlier, Prodigy, Pac, Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
How many people who were around roughly potentially your contemporaries
Mm-hmm.
who were black men coming out of this urban areas, cities,
Right.
had their lives cut short, and how often do you think where would they have been at if they'd just been allowed to live? Where would they be today?
Like, hypothetically, like what you're just saying is like that I'm not even the best one. Like the best hustler where I'm from. Like I know guys, it was guys around me that had a gift. They could do things. You know what I'm saying? It's just when you have, they didn't make the decision to transition. They didn't have the same idea. The music, the different thing, and we're going to do that. Those different things. They stayed doing what we were doing, and that had an end to it. Like there was no way around what was there for you. We knew that getting involved. They said the fast life, you dead in jail, right? Like these things are widely, for some reason, they think they're going to be Scarface and they're just going to turn around when the guy's walking up behind them with the shotgun. Just that part. Just change that part right there. And I'm going to do everything else better than everybody else that was there. The reason why power works is because that's happened over and over and over and over and over. All right. It's the stories about a guy making it to the top of the drug trade, financially getting to a point where he feels like he made it and looking around and feeling like there's nowhere left to go but down. There's no old folks home for drug dealers outside of the federal penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So when he asks his wife, when you look at me, what do you see? And she says, the biggest motherfucking drug dealer. And he goes, perfect girl for the journey. Wrong girl. Now, because it's limited and I won't ever be, he don't want to finish the run. He don't want to continue to do what he's been doing. He want to do something different and get away from just going to the federal penitentiary when they do finally show up. You know, and that has happened over and over. They'll invest in laundromats, the barbershop, the beauty salon. First of all, they'll be making so much money already that they can't spend it without any type of legal situations that they can use to say this person put it in your name.
Yeah, it brings you back to Ozark.
That's it.
You got
It's
a lot
all
of money
there.
to watch. Yeah.
All those things are but in the urban communities and the inner cities all around the United States, they've seen those stories over and over. This is where they identify what's happening and actually show, because they go, nah, yeah, that's like this guy. Like if it's not someone close to them that they know, then it's someone with some distance, but they know that this is real. Mm-hmm.
So that goes to like one of the last things I want to ask you, and I'll let you get out of here. And at the end, we'll remind everyone 50's dropping some new music tonight. So
Yeah.
we'll hit that again in a couple minutes before we go. But what I started wondering here is there is a tension in the book where on the one hand you tell us you got to master your perception. You got to be very conscious that everywhere you move, what do you wear on the job interview in the first day of the job?
Right.
How are you presenting yourself? And yes, you might be working hard and working your way up, but how do you show you're ready for that next job? All that presentation. Right. And you're very obviously sophisticated about that. Then you are very blunt and admit that a bunch of the perception that you put out in the 50 Cent artist universe is not the reality of Curtis Jackson, the person.
Right. Because
so the question becomes then, especially for all the folks in here watching you, your fans and followers and people interested in what you do, it goes, okay, so do you have any concern with people reading this book where you're giving them the secrets and they go, wait a minute, oh, some of it's not real?
No, because I don't need it for where I'm going next.
Also, shout out to Swizz Beats in here, Zone.
Right. See, if I was doing this, look, in the beginning of my career, I wrote what I knew they would think. So you saying, okay, our culture, hip hop culture loves things that are damaged. If you can creatively put together music that we actually appreciate, that they'll enjoy, it says that there's a talent there, and it feels even more special that you have the ability to do that if you're damaged. So they'll look and they'll say, okay, he's a kid, he's from Southside Jamaica, Queens. His mom's got killed when he was 8. He started hustling when he was 12. He lived this lifestyle all the way up until now, music, street life, involved hustling, selling crack. They will put it in the book, everything like that. And you look and you say, fun facts, been shot 9 times. And he comes back and he says, it happens. And they go, the sophisticated part of the presentation, when I just said it happens, without this look in my face, like, that look that you used to see every time it was a cover of an album and it was Ice Cube?
Yeah.
His face was like this on every album cover, and it was all hit records. Like, he was doing very, very well, and he still was like this. It almost became the face that you make when it's time to take a picture, but you don't feel like that because you're successful at that point.
Yeah.
Right? And what I'm saying to you is that's a part of presentation that he held on to that energy, and he used it for his materials. It's it becomes a part of the perception of him, not who he actually is. Because in the beginning, he might have felt like that and been that. I said I'm high all the time on the first album. Everybody else was high, all right? Everybody else was high. They was smoking, doing kind of shit, drinking. Look, when I say then I didn't do nothing at that point when I was saying I'm high all the time.
Right. You're making a song that people can get down to in that way, but you're not doing that.
Right. And I'm but I know what's going on at the same time. So I'm like, yo, I put the record there for the person that get high. At that point, you would sell 500,000 copies if you were great. If you aimed it at college students getting high, where there's more people trying it for that, I smoked in college. I didn't inhale political shit. Right? Look, that guy, Afro Man, would do 700 to 800,000 pieces. The other guys would do 500,000 pieces when they did their version of the weed smoking records. Right? So it said that there was an audience there, and that if you did one, you would be tapping that audience, something that they need, that they want to hear. Now, if you looked at the behaviors and the messaging all the time, you would look and say, he probably is high as a motherfucker. Like, he just got shot 9 times and came back and said, you know what, it happens. But when you don't screw your face up, it's even scarier when a person looks at you and doesn't know that it's like a child rebel pointing a gun at you in Africa. He doesn't know. They told him, you shoot you, you shoot you. He doesn't know. He might have some emotions and feelings afterwards, later, but he's going to shoot you. So you should feel, look, fear is an option, but danger is real. If they just put it in his hand and told him, leave it up to him, that's a kid, so you should be afraid.
Right.
And look, in concept, when you say, as far as the drinking, because I got a cognac beverage, I got a champagne company, and I said, yo, I drink this much. If I drink this much, I'll be drunk as a motherfucker off of this much liquor. Then you go, yo, what happened? My body has a low tolerance because I hadn't.
You're a lightweight because you don't drink, yeah.
A complete lightweight. So now look, I'll drink. I have that. I'm lit. I go, yo, take that bottle, Tell them to bring it back. They fill the bottle up for me. I have ginger ale sometimes in the bottle. It makes everybody else continue to have fun. If they see me stop, when they see me not continue to have a good time with them, sometimes it just blows all the fun. Everybody's like, now they're not having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to do that. So I let them do that for that purpose.